There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 550. Today is Thursday night, actually, day of recording it, August 7th, 2025. Kid, how we doing today?
We're doing great, Dylan. Just came off a great interview. Weather not too hot, so your boy's been doing all right. And we got some preseason football upon us, Dylan.
Ravens, told you.
Yeah, all week. I like not for now. I like the fact that there's games out all week, and I understand people. It's just preseason, nothing too exciting. But the fact that there's football every day this weekend, to me, that's a good sign. It's a good sign.
It's the best, bro. We got preseason. Who started last week technically, but now we got games going on, and we are just X amount of days from week 0. What are we?
Shit. Last week I said it was teens. I'm going to still say it's still in the teens. I'm going to say 14.
15 days, but close. Yeah, 15 days, but we got a great episode. We're 2 days. We'll continue. We are on to the NFC East, and we will discuss the Washington Commanders. I haven't said that in a while, but they've earned it. Washington Commanders and the Cowboys. We got the Smuggleroo podcast on, a great interview. In a little, we'll put that out there as well. So it was fun. Tone and TJ coming out and talking, and I thought it was very unbiased too. Obviously, huge Commander fans, but unbiased too, and realistic expectations. We'll talk about Terry McLaurin. We'll talk about Micah Parsons. We'll see where they end up going, or if they wind up staying. So, and we got towards the end of the show, we'll talk a little baseball. Have some Friday predictions for you as well. No NBA news happened. We had another dildo on the court though. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't see the latest one, but I saw that a kid. I don't know if it's a young man or a teenager, but a dude got arrested, and his mugshot got released. They called a dildo thrower. Yo, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
They caught one of the throwers. Still, they caught one.
The dildo throwers. Let's be honest.
The dildo throwers had a handful and let it go.
That's crazy. I mean, we're not advocating to throwing things on the court, but man, it's fucking funny.
The last thing should be a dildo.
Yeah. I think they're fed up now too. Like the girls are really mad now.
I think the league is fed up. Like, come on now. And it out of all, not justifying, but out of all colors, bright green.
You want to hear my conspiracy? Because huge conspiracy guy. Since Caitlin Clark is hurt, they need something big to talk about. So the league is staying relevant, and this is it.
Okay. I not crazy.
Not crazy, right?
Not crazy, but I feel like they would have done something other than an electric green dildo.
That shit's wild, bro. But yeah, no NBA or WNBA news for that matter. By the way, did you watch the first episode of Hard Knocks of the Bills? I did not.
No, I haven't yet. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched Hard Knocks. I think since the Lions or the Cowboys. It's been like a year or two. I missed last season.
Oh, we got Derp in the chat. He said, Elvis, why did you do Anthony Richardson dirty? You know what he's talking about?
Yeah. He got hurt. I told people, Daniel Jones.
Good. Hey, we put that prop out. Plus money. I did at least.
I said Anthony Richardson has to be the week 1 starter. But there's no doubt in my mind, Daniel Jones is I'm not saying he's the Colts' future, but he's the better quarterback out of the two. But you have to see what you have with Anthony Richardson. Tough to see him go down. I think with a finger injury. Hopefully he's nothing too serious. Maybe just a jam finger. Hopefully he's nothing broken. And he's able to return next week or in 2 weeks. But like I said, I think Daniel Jones is the better quarterback.
This was the joint practice?
No, preseason against the Ravens.
Oh, wow.
It just happened in the first quarter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea. We've been locked in. I
You've been
haven't
locked in. Yeah. I saw the
haven't seen anything.
notification. Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Damn. All right. Outside of that, talk about running backs. Karen Williams. Shout out him. He got paid 3 years, $33 million extension. 23 of the 33 is fully guaranteed. Apparently, according to Schefter, some around the league believe that this deal between, Karen Williams and the Rams, it had to get done before James Cook, because James Cook is probably going to get more than that. But, Karen Williams, he was accounted for 43% of the Rams' total touches last season. That was the highest rate in the NFL. He rushed for 1,299, almost 1,300. He had 14 touchdowns. He had 316 carries. I mean, they found a gem in like the second or third round, or I think the fourth round, actually.
Yeah, fourth round.
So he's now the seventh highest paid running back in the league, behind Josh Jacobs, who's making 12, Alvin Kamara's 12.5, Jonathan Taylor 14, Derrick Henry at 15. Then you have Saquon at 1 with 20.6, and then Christian McCaffrey at 19. One, I think he deserves the money. And two, where do you think James Cook ends up getting paid?
I'm going to say just a hairline above him, because I think Karen Williams gave him a team-friendly deal. I understand, not going to get more than Alvin Kamara, definitely not going to get more than, the top two guys or Derrick Henry. But I think he could have asked for at least, maybe 14, a $500,000 under what Alvin Kamara was getting. I think Karen Williams has shown, maybe he's not like a household name, but he's very productive, especially when he's on the field. I think he's special, and I think the Rams got a solid deal for the next, 3 to 4 seasons in Karen Williams. So if I had a bet on it, Dill, I would say Cook signs, around $12 to $13 million. I'm gonna say around 12.5.
Yeah, I think 12.5 is good for James Cook. I mean, he's still holding out around Alvin Kamara. Maybe he's around 13, maybe a little above Alvin Kamara, because Alvin Kamara is on the back end of his career. James Cook has been really good for the Bills. But Karen Williams, I mean, he definitely deserves this money, and I'm glad they got it done before James Cook, because then they kind of would have been like, fuck, now we got to pay him maybe the same or more.
Most likely more.
Yeah. You like Karen Williams?
I think I do personally, Dill. I think he's like fantasy purposes. I think he's like a maybe 4th round, 5th round type of guy, maybe 3rd round type of guy, because he's gonna get the touchdowns. Is he gonna get the carries? Because Sean McVay loves to pass the ball. I don't know if he's gonna get the the yardage, but he's gonna get the red zone attempt. So I think fantasy wise, I think he's solid because he's gonna get the touchdowns. But is he gonna be a consistent 1,000, 1,200 yard back? No, just because he's on a pass first offense.
Now we do have a judgment here in Minnesota. Jordan Addison got suspended for the first 3 games of the season, violating substance abuse policy. He could participate in all training camp activities. He could play in all preseason games without any restrictions, but he's gonna miss the games against Chicago, Atlanta, and Cincinnati. I think that's best case scenario, 3 games.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. For 3 games, Minnesota ain't gonna miss him. If it was something longer, I'd be like, this is a blow for the team. But for only 3 games, the first 3 games of the season, where I don't expect, let's just say, Kevin McCarthy to have 40 plus pass attempts there, I think they're gonna ease him in. And first few weeks of the season, still got T.J. Hawkinson there, one of the best tight ends in football. You got the best wide receiver in top 2. Worst case scenario, top 2 wide receiver, and Justin Jefferson. So I think JJ will have enough weapons, and it's only 3 games still. So I'm gonna be honest. I think if you're a Vikings fan, you accept the three games and you keep it pushing.
Got to talk about this Charger team real quick on a positive note. They did re-sign Keenan Allen. He spent the first 11 seasons with the team. He's re-signing with the franchise. He visited him early in August. They did get a deal done to extend his season. So I'm happy about that, because they did lose Mike Williams. He did retire, but man, what a fucking blow. We saw him a few days ago, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. Rashard Slater, one of the best left tackles in the game. He signed that 4 years, $113 million extension. carted off the field today. MRI came back, season-ending ruptured patella tendon. He's gonna go surgery to repair that ruptured patella tendon. He's gonna be placed on season-ending IR, but man, that is such a blow for that offensive line in the Chargers.
Yeah, such a blow. It's a damn shame. I hope the surgery and he's able to recover quicker. But the fact that you're gonna lose not just arguably your best offensive uh talent on your line, one of the best tackles in all of football, and just not even after your Hall of Fame game. So to me, you go through the process of not starting your starters through the preseason, and then look, just a couple of days later in practice, he has a season-ending surgery. So it's a tough blow for this Chargers team. We saw how monstrous he was protecting Justin Herbert, and we know that's the biggest key for Justin Herbert and this Chargers team to step forward. Though is to protect the quarterback, to protect Justin. Justin Herbert is not healthy to is not healthy enough to play. You're not going to go nowhere fast. So tough blow for the Chargers. Will it be fine? We'll see. But at the end of the day, I think Rashad Slater is going to be hard to replace, especially on a short period of time.
I mean, you just got to go to that right side now, right? With Mekhi Becton and Joe Alt. Can't go on the left side.
Can't go on the left side. Well, maybe they move one of them. We'll see. But we'll see.
Yeah, it was a tough blow for the Chargers, definitely. But all right, kid. Anything else I missed during the week? That was everything that I got.
Slater.
About it, right?
Yeah, that's about it. I think that's it. Not
all right,
much.
Kid.
Hopefully he recovers quick, man. That sucks.
All right. Well, before we get to the interview with the Smuggleroo podcast, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It's no wonder why Viva was the #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks to just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching NFL preseason, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. And now here is our interview with the Smuggleroo podcast. All right, great interview with Tone and TJ. Always good to get the boys back on, talk a little football. They were trying to change it on me. They're trying to ask me questions on the Jets and stuff. Don't like that, kid. Don't like that, because it's not about me. My team sucks. They're good. They finally have a quarterback. So it was good to get them on. They're high, obviously, on their team, which they should be. Should be a really good team. I think there's more to talk about the Commanders than there's the Dallas Cowboys. So I do want to start in Dallas, if that is okay with you. So for them to win the Super Bowl, 47-1. To come out of the NFC, it's 22-1. To win the division, they have the third best odds, like TJ was saying. I think that's accurate. They should be the third best team in this division. It is plus 550. To make the playoffs, you could get plus money at plus 165. To miss the playoffs, it is favored at minus 235. Now, the win total is very interesting. It is at 7.5, minus 125 towards the over, plus 105 for the under. Kid, I'm very interested to see or hear what you're going to say with this team, because I am not high on them, especially if they cannot re-sign Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I think the biggest question is Micah Parsons going to be a Dallas Cowboy, week 1 or not? I think that's the biggest question. So I have 2 plays, let's just say, on the win total. First of all, I think adding George Pickens is going to be helpful for this offense in a major way, just because let's just be honest. Their running back room, they might have improved. I think I got to see the production before I say they improved, but they should be a little better. I think the offensive line took a little hit, and I think like TJ was saying on the pod, I think they're going to have to rely on Dak a lot. I think Dak is good. Not saying he's special, he's great. It be times where Dak plays like an MVP caliber quarterback, and it's time where Dak is out there dropping back, overthrowing balls, underthrowing balls, and turning the ball over. Dill, I'm gonna be honest, this is a tough over-under for this team. At 7.5 win total, I counted 7, I counted 8, I counted 6, never counted to 9, Dill. I'm gonna say my play is gonna be a little chalky, Dill. I'm gonna go under 8.5 wins at -160. I think they could get to 8 wins, so I kind of will say over 7.5 at -125. But if I realistically was gonna bet, or advise anyone to bet on it, I don't see the Cowboys winning 9 games this year. Absolutely not. I think 8 games is their ceiling. Don't get me wrong. Can they surprise a couple teams on the schedule? Maybe. Can they beat the Bears at Chicago? I'll give them that. Can they possibly win a home game against the Commanders, a home game against the Eagles? Maybe. I wouldn't bet too much on it, but I'll give them a shot too. Can they beat the Cardinals at home? Can they beat the Raiders on the road? Do they have a shot against the Vikings at home? Do they got a shot against the Chargers at home? I give them a shot. I'm not saying they're gonna win all these games though, but I'll give them a shot. At the end of the day, I got to see the production, especially from the running back room. I think you would agree. We know what to expect from Dak, CeeDee Lamb, top 3 wide receiver, and George Pickens. I think I know what to expect from them. I don't know what to expect from the defense. I don't know what to expect from the running back room, and I don't know how good that offensive line is gonna be. So, if I had a bet on it, Dill, I will go under 8.5. But there's a couple wins out there. I wouldn't be surprised they're able to manage to win.
Yeah, they do have the 11th hardest schedule. They're only favored in 6 games. They're underdog in 11 games. Their running back room is the worst in the league. I mean, it's 32. Yeah, it's 32. It's ranked. I mean, I don't know if I'd rank them that bad, but they're bad. With Javonte Williams, he's probably the starter. He's terrible. And then they drafted the kid out of Texas. I think his name is Jaden Blue out of Texas in the 5th round. He's the running back too. They're going to throw the ball. I mean, obviously, they have to.
And shout out Jake Ferguson. Another good.
No, he's good. I like the receivers. I think it's a top 10 wide receiver group. Offensive line, it took a step back, but it's still top 15-ish. I think Dak I rank Dak 13th. I think the front
we could say he at times he's gonna play like a top 10 quarterback, and there'll be times he'll play like a 20th ranked quarterback.
Yeah. So that's why I got him in the middle. I think the front 7 is top 15-ish. Secondary outside of Diggs is terrible though.
Well, top 15 with Micah Parsons. Just so
yes.
you know.
Yes. That's the asterisk, obviously. I do not like the secondary, and I don't like Brian Schottenheimer. No disrespect, he's probably a really nice guy, but I don't.
I think it's a downgrade from Mike McCarthy.
And I don't think Dallas has they've done little to address the run defense that gave up the 3rd most yards last season, the 2nd most before contact as well, which is if you can't stop the run, you are going to lose games. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think they're just going to be very one-dimensional team, and that's why I really don't see the wins as well. And they're bad on 3rd down as well. They can't run the ball. They become very one-dimensional, and that could get hurt. I don't hope it, but injuries have been a thing in his past. So I don't know. I don't see it. I counted 6 a few times. I counted 7 a few times, but I counted 8 one time. If I can't get there multiple times, I got to take the under. So I'm going to take
the under 8.5 on -160 a little more.
I do, but I would never lay that for a season. So it's a little chalky, but for good reason, obviously. Yeah, that's all I got for the Cowboys. Anything else before we go to player props?
Nah, Dale, just that. Just really under 8.5 -160. And I would say 8 wins still. If I could get an exact win total, I will bet a little bit at 8 wins. I would say about +400 or 500.
All right. Let's go to the quarterback, Dak Prescott. Now he's definitely going to put up some numbers. His passing yards is at 3,875.5, minus 114 both ways, and his touchdowns is at 26.5. The favorite is actually the under at minus 130. If you like the over, you can get minus 102. Okay, you got to imagine you like the over here, right? Since they're going to be very one-dimensional team, it's just injuries. Is he going to play all 17 games? That's my concern.
I don't think he'll play all 17, but I think if he plays 14, 15 games, he goes well over this mark still. Just look at the trend. Last year he got hurt, went way under. 2023, he had 4,500 passing yards, 36 touchdowns. 2022, he got hurt. 2,800 passing yards, 23 touchdowns. 2021, full season, 4,400 passing yards, 37 touchdowns. 2020 got hurt, only 1,800 yards. 2019, 4,900 yards, 30 touchdowns still. I'm going to keep following the trend. When he's healthy, there's no doubt about it. Dak Prescott's going to put up numbers still. And let's just be frank, still. This team is not going to be very good. They're going to be playing from behind. So I expect Dak to at least average 35 to 40 pass attempts a game. Unless Javonte Williams is going to show us something he hasn't. Give me Dak over 3,875.5 at minus 114. And give me Dak over 26.5 passing touchdowns still. Every year he's healthy. Like I said, in 2023, he had 36. In 2021, he had 37. In 2019, he had 30. When he's healthy, he goes over this mark. And even when he misses a couple games still, besides 2020, he never went under 22 passing touchdowns in his career. And that's with injuries throughout the season as well. So we know he's going to be over at least over 25. Give me over 22 at minus 102. Over 26.5. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
over
26. That's the one I like. I really don't like the yards because I just don't trust he'll play all 17 games. Now, if he does, he should go over this with this receiving core. But I love the touchdowns because, like you said, he's gone over this in multiple years. No running back props, though, obviously, because it's abysmal, this backfield. We don't have it for the Commanders either with Bijan and Austin Eckler. But let's go to receiving yards. CeeDee Lamb. Let's talk about him. His receiving yards is at 1,175.5. Big number, minus 114 both ways. His touchdowns is high too at at 7.5. The over is at minus 106. The favorite under minus 125. Obviously, the market is suggesting now George Pickens is going to get some of that love as well. George Pickens' numbers at 900.5, minus 114 both way for his receiving yards, and his touchdowns is at 5.5. You can get plus money on the over at plus 102. The unders at minus 136. What are we feeling here for this receiving core?
Still, give me both of them over on their receiving yards. I think CeeDee Lamb, realistically, though, I think he has a shot to lead the league in receiving yards, honestly. Give me the over 1,175 at minus 114, and give me the over 7.5 touchdowns at minus 106. Like I said, I think CeeDee Lamb is a top 3 wide receiver. In my opinion, it's Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and CeeDee Lamb. You know, if you want to argue with me, argue with me. I'm not going to argue with you. In my opinion, CeeDee Lamb is solidified as a top 3 wide receiver. He's special. He's a stud. And I still think even with George Pickens there, I think he's just going to open up the field for CeeDee more. How many times we saw CeeDee Lamb double coverage throughout last season, sometimes even triple coverage? You won't be seeing as much as that because you have George Pickens on the opposite side. You got Jake Ferguson making plays as well. So let's not forget, people. He had 12 touchdowns in 2023. He had 9 in 2022. He only had 6 last year. He had 1,100 yards, basically 1,200 yards last year, 1,750 in 2023, 1,359 in 2022, and 1,100 in 2021 with 6 touchdowns as well. I think CeeDee Lamb goes well over 1,175.5, and then give me over 7.5 touchdowns as well, Dill.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I would go over everything as well. I mean, you expect this team to be down in a lot of these games as well. You look at that back half of the schedule, it is extremely tough. They're going to be down, forced to throw the ball. I think they're great fantasy plays too. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb goes without question, but you could get George Pickens in the 2nd, 3rd round, maybe even 4th rounds in some leagues. So, yeah, I would take them as well over everything. Let's go to anything else, kid, before we go to Washington.
Yeah, like I said, I think CeeDee Lamb has opportunity, if he's able to play all 17 games to lead the league in yards still. Give me CeeDee Lamb plus 1,200 to lead the league in receiving yards. He's, I think, sixth favorite. You got Jamar Chase ahead, Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., and then CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb has a shot there. Give me a plus 1,200, a little sprinkle of CD to lead the league in wide receiving yards.
Does it worry you? What if Dak gets hurt? Do you
That's the
believe in
biggest-
Joe? Do you believe in Joe Milton?
Do I believe in him to put up numbers? Yes. Do I believe in him, to make a playoff run like Joe Flacco did with the Browns a couple years ago? Absolutely not.
Well, Joe Flacco's a legend.
I know, but I put it this: if Dak plays 12+ game, you give me Milton for 5. I think CD can still have a shot to lead the league.
All right. Let's go to the command. Or anything else before I go? I don't want to cut you off.
No, just George Pickens over 900.5. Like you said, no running back props. If anything, I will probably go over whatever the rookie is, man. I think the rookies might be the start. Probably not the week 1 starter, but I think sometime this season we're going to see the rookie take over the helm. They also got Miles Sanders.
He's trash.
At the end of the day, he's a serviceable vet. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets some attempts this season, possibly even a shot at the starting role. But I think the kid Blue, the rookie, most likely going to be the starter throughout the season.
All right, kid, let's go to the Washington Commanders to win the Super Bowl 20-1. To come out of the NFC, they have the 6th best odds, which I was kind of surprised at, if I'm being honest, at 10-1. They have the 2nd best odds to come out of the NFC East at plus 220. To make the playoffs, love this play, minus 132. Love this play. I think they're going to get back to the playoffs. Maybe they don't have 12 wins like last season, but definitely get into the playoffs at minus 132. I like that. And their win total, high, but I think deservingly so. It's at 9.5. You could get the over at minus 110. Under is the same odds at minus 110 as well. But I like Dan Quinn. I like Cliff Kingsbury. I love what they did here. We talked about it with Ant and Tone and TJ. Running back room is probably the worst thing on offense. Defense,
and it's not horrible.
It's bad. You trust Brian Robinson?
Do I trust Brian Robinson?
He's not good.
He's not bad, but as a
top 20. No. If you're not a top 20 back, you're bad.
Yeah, you could say, but I feel like the duel is pretty good.
Okay.
I say the duel is top 20.
With Austin Eckler. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind Noah Brown. You mentioned Michael Gallup in the interview, but he's coming out of retirement. What could we really expect out of him? Zach Ertz, I mean, he has shown you everything. I know he's in the tail end of his career, but in the playoffs, he was very serviceable. He has a great connection with Jaden Daniels. Debo in the slot should be really good. I think this all predicates on if Terry McLaurin signs with them. I think they do. I also like them getting Laramie Tunsil as well. You have to protect Jaden Daniels as well. So, he took the league by storm, and I think they're trying to get better around him. They bring in Debo Samuel, and I believe in Adam Peters, the GM. So I like it. They were able to improve their secondary. They bring in Marshawn Lattimore. TJ was mentioning it. They have a full year to implicate him in his defense. Trey Amos, he is good as well in that secondary. They have a top 15 line, top 10 quarterback. Dan Quinn is a top 10-ish coach.
Top 5 defensive coordinator.
Yes, top 10. I just worry about the front 7. I worry about them going for it as many times as they did on 4th down as well. Are they going to have the same luck? Can they stop the run? Those are my 2 concerns with this team. I hope they can. I hope they brought in Von Miller for that culture. They have Bobby Wagner, first ballot Hall of Famer. I believe in this team. I'm going to take the over, kid. It's correlated to them making the playoffs as well. So I'm going to take the over 9.5 wins. They do have a little tough schedule, but they are favored in 12 games. Now, I know the argument is most of their tough games are on the road. You get the Chiefs on the road. You get Green Bay on the road. who else? You get the Vikings on the road. You get the Eagles, obviously one game on the road as well. You got some some harder games, but you do at home. Sunday Night Football, you get Denver at home. Sunday Night Football, Seattle at home. The Lions at home. What else? And that's about it. Chicago, Monday Night Football at home. I like this team. I counted 10, 11 wins. I counted 12 once, but I counted double-digit wins multiple times. So I got to take the over.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm right there with you. Give me the over 9.5 wins. Give me them to make the playoffs on -134. And I'm going to follow the trend. I think TJ and Ant gave solid reasons why I shouldn't take them. We could all agree the Eagles might be a wagon again. But I'm going to follow the NFC East trend, man. They haven't been back-to-back division winners in 20 years. Since 2004, Dill. Give me the Commanders to win the division at +220. I think like Ant was saying, the Eagles gonna have a target on their back. Everybody's gonna go want to show out against the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, the tape is out there on Jaden Daniels, but one thing I can say, they got better. I think defensively they improved slightly. I think the running back room is okay. I don't think it's as bad as Dylan believes it is, but it's not too great. But it's not horrible in my opinion. And Jaden Daniels, to me, I think he's special. There's no doubt in my mind he's already a top 10 quarterback. I'm not gonna disagree saying he's a top 5 quarterback, but we can't deny people. He had a top 5 season last year. He was in the Final Four. He outplayed some of those top 5 guys, especially in the postseason. So I think sky's the limit with this Commanders team, Dill. Those are my 3 favorite plays for them for the season. To make the playoffs on -134. And by the way, I think that's a great number. I understand they have a tough schedule, but this Commanders team they're trending up. And then over 9.5 wins at -110. Little tough just because their schedule, but I think they're a double-digit win team. And then +220 to win the division. I'm going to follow the trend, baby.
I can't wait to see next episode on the Eagles. What you got for them then? We'll see. Let's talk about Jaden Daniels. Anything else before I get into player props or no?
No, that's it.
All right, let's get into Jaden Daniels. 3,425. It's a big step up now. I mean, he's proven himself. We talked about on the interview. Great IQ. Not just picking up the defense, also making a decision as well. 3,425.5 passing yards, -114 both ways. His passing touchdowns is at 24.5. What are we feeling here for Jaden Daniels this season?
I'm going to go over both, Dill. I think Jaden Daniels, if Scary Terry's there, I love these bets. If he's not there, I still like him just because, let's just say Scary Terry is there. You got Scary Terry. You got Noah Brown. You got McConkey. You got Deebo Samuels. You have Austin Eckler also catching the ball off the backfield, Dill. I think we're going to see Jaden Daniels. I don't think we're going to see a sophomore slump. I think we're going to see Jaden Daniels even improve in year 2. And maybe right off the get, Dill. Like I said, if Scary Terry's there week 1, you have Deebo as a gadget guy on the backfield, on the at the slot position, on the outside. He could do so much, and I think that's just going to elevate Jaden Daniels, not just his options, but his play as well. So, Dill, I think 34-25.5 is a jump, but maybe not a jump big enough. Give me the over on both and over 25.5 passing touchdowns.
Derby just put in the chat, CJ Gardner-Johnson just got carted off. His ACL is intact. The Texans are still conducting more tests to determine the extent of the injury, but the team is not concerned about the ACL.
That's a good sign. That's good. It sucks. CJ Gardner-Johnson, great. To me, it was a great offseason acquisition for the Houston Texans. Hopefully, it's not a long injury like they reported. The ACL looks good, so hopefully he's able to come back and he's ready for week 1. Take the rest of the preseason off. Let's
get back to the Commanders now. No running back props, but we do have Jaden Daniel running back props. His rushing yards is at 675. They almost rushed for 900 yards last year. A lot of with Cliff Kingsbury in that RPO system. His rushing touchdowns 5.5, -130 towards the over, -102 towards the under. What are we feeling here for Jaden Daniels this season?
I tell you what, I love over 5.5 touchdowns. I love that play. So I'm taking that off the rip. His yards, his rushing yards, though, I'm going to have to go with the over. Don't get me wrong. It was a little tougher to go with the over on his rushing yards than his touchdowns because I think he's going to get the red zone attempts and carries. I think he's just going to take it a couple of times in the red zone of just IQ deal. He's just elite. So I think he's gonna get over 5.5 rushing touchdown easily. I wouldn't be surprised he's around double digits. But the 675 rushing, I think he's gonna take a step back from just fleeing the pocket. Like we said, we saw him mature throughout the season. I think he's gonna be more of what he already is, a good pocket passer. I think we're going to see more of that. And I think we're just going to see less running, less putting himself in danger this season. So I think we're going to see more of a mature style from Jaden Daniels. I'm going to still go over, but I don't expect him to be near 900 yards. So I'm gonna go around 750 and avoid those big hits.
All right. Let's go to the receiving yards now. Obviously, no Scary Terry is off the board because we don't know where he's going to play this season, but we do have Deebo Samuel. His receiving yards is at 725.5, -114 both ways. No touchdown. Now, I don't know if you saw one, but
he didn't have a touchdown. I think he only scored one touchdown all last season.
Yeah. He's kind of that gadget guy. He lines up in the backfield sometimes. He's in the slot, motions them. But 725.5. What are we feeling here for Deebo?
I got to see, man. For example, if Deebo Samuels, right? If he's the number one, no Scary Terry, he goes well over this number. But let's just look at the trend of his career, people. Last year, only had 670. The year prior, 892. The year prior than that, 2022, only 632. He had 1,000-yard season. That was the year, pretty sure they went to the Super Bowl when he had 1,400 yards and 6 touchdowns still. I can't trust him. Is Deebo a difference maker? Is he special? Absolutely. But can I rely on him to play 15-plus games and be healthy? I cannot, though. So for that, I'm going to have to stay away. If I had to bet on it, I'd probably bet the under deal. He only went over this mark 3 times in his career. I'll probably go under 725.
All right, kid. That's all I got as well. Anything else on these two teams before we head over to the Diamond?
Brian Robinson.
You found props?
Yeah, Brian Robinson Jr. His over-under props is at 725.5.
Under.
Dill, I'm going to go the opposite way. Funny fact for you, Dill. He's yet to go under this number in his career. I understand he's not going over 1,000 yards, but he's been consistent around 750, 850 rushing yards. And I think he could do at least that. If he's healthy, he plays 15-plus games. I think he gives you at least 750 to 800-plus yards. Maybe 1,000 if you really could get it going. Because we've seen Brian Robinson have great games, and then we also saw him rush for 30 yards in a game as well. So give me the over, Dill. He's yet to go under this number in his career, and he's yet to play a full season.
He is in contract year as well.
You gotta make it or break it.
All right, kid. Anything else?
No, that's all. All
right, cool. All right, let's get to the Diamond. My team fucking sucks. Your team. Watch out.
Not for nothing. If the Blue Jays weren't so damn good,
they're a wagon.
I can't deny it.
Yeah,
I understand it's still early in August, but the way the Blue Jays been playing, the division might be out the window. We're only 4 games back. I know it's not much, people.
Would you take the Red Sox long term?
Absolutely, Dill. Who's been the hottest team since July?
The Brewers.
In the AL.
Oh, probably the Red Sox.
I know this is the Red Sox. I think we won 16 out of our last 20 games.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't mind them.
Maybe 18 out of the last 20 after we just swept the Astros.
Astros, I'm not bought in. I was actually on the MLB pod the other day, and they said out of the AL West, Rangers, Mariners, and Houston, who are you buying on? And I said, I'm definitely not buying on the Astros. They're banking on Yordan Alvarez to come back and save them. They can't hit. Carlos Carrasco is not good anymore. I mean, and the pitching. What do you need in the playoffs? You need pitching.
Need a
And
solid 3-man rotation.
And the Rangers and the Mariners have legit 4 starters. Outside of Framber Valdez and maybe Hunter Brown, the Astros don't have it. So I'm saying that, but I like them for Friday. But it's just crazy to me. So I agree. I wouldn't buy on the Astros right now. But I do like the Red Sox. I think they're legit. And your boy Roman Anthony extended him. He got paid. You saw that?
And another great deal. You know,
Yeah.
I think we got ahead of the curve on this one.
Definitely.
8 years, 130. There's a small chance 2 years from now this might be a steal. I understand it's still early, still very young, but people, the fact that we was able to get a long-term deal done this early kind of questions why we never did it with Rafael
or Mookie.
We did pay Mookie. It just wasn't a long-term deal. So I love it. Hopefully this is a new trend for the Red Sox, paying their potential superstars early. That's a great move.
All right, kid. What do you like here? Let's start us off. What do you like here for Friday?
We was just talking about the Houston Astros, Dale. Houston Astros gonna be in the Bronx taking on the New York Yankees. Hunter Brown just mentioned it on the mound. Yankees, both New York teams been struggling for some reason. Give me the Houston Astros minus 120 on the money line. I caught minus 126 earlier, so shop around. In my opinion, they're rolling a little better right now, and for some reason, I think we just gotta fade all New York teams to turn it around.
Yeah, I like them as well. I like Houston minus 124. I got minus 121 actually. I like the Brewers as well. I think the Brewers are gonna fucking smoke the Mets this weekend. Minus 126. Mets fucking suck. Marlins, low key Marlins have been a very good team. We're gonna continue to fade the Braves minus 116. Like the Rangers plus money plus 110. I think that's a very good spot for the Rangers. And I like the Mariners minus 135 as well. Anything else for you, kid?
Give me the Brew Crew as well. Like I said, we're fading these New York teams. Mets, I got smoked by the Guardians. Almost got no hit. So Juan Soto hit a home run with, I think an out. Two outs left in the game.
I was hoping we got no hit.
Yeah, it helped you. Wake up call. So he got single on the mound. He's been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, he's been pretty good. But Brew Crew, first 70-win team in the league, and you can't deny they've been red hot. Dale, give me the Brew Crew. Give me Wood Ruff on the mound. Give me the minus 125 on the money line. Give me the Brew Crew.
Yeah, I like them. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, they're not hitting a lot of home runs," but I think they'll just be fine. You know, they play baseball an old school way. They get on base, they make a lot of contact. Now, maybe we'll come back and bite them in the playoffs with the no home runs. We'll see. But, man, offensively, they're a wagon. They have good pitching. And I know they don't really have, like, that one ace, but they do it by committee. And they're a really good team. So, I think they're legit. But, yeah, kid, that's all I got. Anything else before we get up out of here?
Nah, Dale. Hopefully, there's no more major injuries throughout the preseason week one. Because so far, players are going down. Anthony Richardson, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Rashad Slater couldn't even make it to week one preseason, but I don't even think he played in the Hall of Fame game. So hopefully no more injuries. Watch out for Daniel Jones.
Any update on the car?
Oh, put the shifter in. Put the wheels on. I'm missing a bolt for the rear, so I gotta get that bolt. Hopefully it's not like a hard to get bolt. Put that on, and then I'm going to take the car, do the fuel system and radiator.
So we're on track for week one.
I'm trying to get it done before I go on vacation, but it's not looking great. But
where are we going?
I'm going to DR.
For your birthday?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Hell yeah. How long?
About 9 days, 10 days, 9 days.
Oh, wow. Long vacation.
Yeah. You know, we're going to go to the capital, Santo Domingo. Go to my home real quick, visit my dad, my grandmother, hang out with my cousins for a couple of days, and then we're gonna go to Punta Cana, me and the wife, for 4 days. So
damn, feels good to be rich. Fuck, Elvis. I wish I was you, man.
You know, all adults, 5-star, all inclusive, adults only. You know.
I don't know.
Don't
know.
Walk up pool for the room, private,
Oh,
private pool to the room.
nice. Must be nice. All
He
right,
only
kid.
turned 31 still. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, enjoy, kid. We'll see you guys on Monday. Good luck on all your picks. Enjoy the games, and we will see you guys on Monday. Peace.